Alright, heading in this week to play the last game in Crusade of Fire for the first week of the campaign. It's going to be Demons and Chaos Space Marines versus Tau. The mission we're playing is Maelstrom mission number 5, which is it's something like shadowy cloak and shadows, so we don't know what our secret objectives are, and my tactical warlord trait will give me an extra objective at the beginning, and yours gave you some sort of like ignore cover or something like that while shooting.
No, I got the one where once per turn I can declare it, and every unit within 12 inches of my warlord gets to re-roll ones. For
Re-roll ones. Okay, in the shooting phase. All right, so carry on. All right, here's what I'll do. I'll just describe the demon side while Scott is there. Demons have a Land Raider. This is Crimson Slaughter Land Raider with a bunch of cultists, and this guy that looks like he's a Night Lord is a sorcerer, hanging out with the cultists. They have a Chaos Spawn, and that's it. And on the demon side, we've got 2 units of Nurglings, a Soul Grinder with Phlegm, a Great Unclean One, and some Bloodletters. And this is their champion. And he has a lesser reward of the axe. This guy has a greater reward, which is the plague weapon, and then he has iron arm and endurance and smite as a level 2 psyker. All right, well, video on the Tau side.
So troops, I got 2 squads fire warriors, 11 guys each, no squad leaders or Shaz, whatever the upgrade is.
Whatever they are.
Regular fire warriors. 20 Kroot and 3 Kroot hounds.
Yep.
Also no shaper. This is just
That's
standing
just
in
a
for
Kroot.
a regular Kroot because I ran out of regular Kroot. So there's 20 regular guys, 3 hounds, all in one unit. 2 piranhas.
They're in a squadron.
They're in a squadron.
Okay.
No upgrades or anything, just straight up burst cannons.
Got it.
And,
we should mention these are 1,000-point games in the league, round 1.
Which is why, like, basically no upgrades on anything. Everything's just basic. So this is my command squad. This is my general. I have 2. This is the bodyguard. The 2
bodyguards.
Unit. So these 2 guys are both armed with 2 fusion blasters, not twin linked. Just 2.
The general's got it, or the 2 bodyguards?
These 2,
okay.
The general and this one.
Okay.
Have 2 fusion blasters.
Got it.
So 4 fusion blasters altogether. And this guy
has no weapons.
Has no guns.
So he's got that special ability.
He's the support guy. Yeah, he's got the ability that gives them, as long as he's not shooting anything, which is why he has no guns, then the whole squad ignores cover and gets to re-roll failed hits.
Yeah. All
failed hits. So it's basically like everything's twin linked.
Very good.
So 4 fusion blasters, twin linked, ignores cover. I thought that was a pretty cool squad. Cost a lot of points though. So that's HQ. Then my heavy is 1 unit of broadsides. These are incorrectly modeled because I haven't had a chance to fix them yet, but these are modeled with paid for with high yield missile pods, and these are
missile drones.
Missile drones, also incorrect models because I'm using marker light drones to stand in for them.
All right.
And the shield drones are with
the HQs, and these guys are when they pop off the piranha.
And an ethereal.
And the ethereal.
Those are for gun drones.
And the ethereal is not your HQ.
No.
Okay.
Well, he's an HQ.
But he's not your warlord. All right. Well, deploy away.
So that's it.
It is not night fighting. We rolled no night fight. So the deployment is done. These Kroot have already infiltrated. My Nurglings have infiltrated. This Land Raider has a bunch of Bloodletters in it. In my reserve, I've got a Great Unclean One and a Soul Grinder, and then the Tau, they've got a Crisis Squad, right?
Yep.
And
Crisis Squad with the Warlord.
Soul Grinder, not Soul Grinders, Fire Warriors there behind that building, and Fire Warriors in that building, and we're gonna.
If I had a Soul Grinder.
Yeah, it would be, but you do not. Though you could do that now with the new Allies rule, I guess.
I could.
So we're gonna roll. Oh, you're gonna decide if you want to go first or not, since you deployed first.
Yeah.
So Fire Warriors moved up here. Are you moving the piranhas some more?
You know what? They're gonna stay back here.
They're gonna stay back.
Well, I can't. They only have 18-inch range on the first cannon. So like, if I move them up to here so they can get a shot,
then something bad will happen to them.
Destroy them.
Yes.
So they're just gonna stay there.
Okay. So we're done with movement. We're done with psychics, because you're Tau, and now we're on to shooting.
So just
shooting phase 1, he put a wound on a Nurgling, and did you achieve any objectives?
no.
No. All right, so it's on to Demons round 1. Yep, so movement, they come up here, he gets that. It's a secret objective, so don't know what Scott's objectives are, and these are mine.
I don't know what Will's are.
Yeah. Nurglings get behind the building so they don't get shot anymore.
Oh, I meant to discard
Chaos Spawn, you can discard one at the end of your turn. Yeah, he had one where he had to win an assault, which could happen this turn. You never know. And we're on to Psychic phase, where on the Psychic phase, he Psychic Shrieks and kills a whole bunch of Tau, and they do not run. But he did kill 6 of them. Had no shooting, because this Land Raider runs basically 6 inches. The Spawn goes to here, the Cultists go here, and it is the end of round 1 for Demons, where they will get, how many points do we get? We hold objective 5, which is the one over in the corner.
Oh.
I will get a victory point, and
Oh, I didn't even notice you had Nurglings over there. Very nice.
And I don't think I... Round 2, reserves!
Reserves are what, a
3 up.
now?
It's always a 3 up. It is.
Hey, they come.
Deep strike to here, and then he's going to move the rest of his stuff. So these guys fly to here, these guys deep struck, Kroot fell back, those guys came up on top of the building, and we're on to the Psychic done shooting phase.
Done. Yeah, that's easy.
In his shooting phase, he wipes out my Land Raider and all the blood letters inside and kills 2 cultists. And now he's doing his flying thing, or his jump tries to do whatever. Power up to 3 points now. They secured objective 4. They killed the vehicle with shooting, and they got first blood. And so we're on to Demons round 2.
Oh my god, I scored this one too.
Oh, 4
Score
points.
Victory point if an enemy unit was completely destroyed during the shooting phase of your turn.
It was.
I almost forgot about this.
All right,
You can shoot it.
movement phase. He deep strikes to here, deviating. Great Unclean One is back in the warp, coming back next turn. These guys move back here. Nurglings move a little bit. I guess I should move these guys. They'll just move up here to the edge. To the edge, since they ignore terrain effects. And we're on to Psychic. Psychic phase is over. Nothing happened. Warp Storm says 5. I got the extra.
Pipe blade or something.
It is some sort of pipe blade. So we killed a ton of Kroot, but we didn't kill enough of them to make them run because they got good leadership, and we killed 1 Fire Warrior up there, and so we're on to assaults where that guy charges your Fire Warriors. All right, so he kills some Fire Warriors, and at the end of the turn, I secure objective 4, which is the one the Fire Warriors had, getting myself a point. And
so this stays in play like for the rest.
All right, so it's 2 points to 4, round 3, and Scott's drawn 3 more cards. If he can't achieve them,
I'm just going to show you this one. So you can't fail that, right? Because you automatically pass.
I can fail it because I've got cultists.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yep, Crimson Slaughter.
Okay.
Other than that, we're at the top of movement for Tau. That Ethereal keeps giving stubborn to the units, and you did that again.
Yep.
And
Yay.
all of his psychic powers wore off, and you drew your new cards, and we're on to movement, where his guys are moving through cover there. Tau, these guys aren't going to move, they're just hanging. These guys jumped off. They're not actually showing me the backside. They can move. These guys coming out of cover.
A little bit. I'm not going to move them much. Just up a little bit.
They're moving up onto that terrain that's not terrain. His psychic phase is done, and he's on to shooting.
I don't want him that close to the Soul Grinder.
You do want him close to the Soul Grinder.
Well, I don't know. Whoops. I don't know how bad the Soul Grinder is, but I'm assuming
he's strength 10, AP2.
Yeah. If it gets in a close combat, it's going to.
The shooting phase. This group of Nurglings was liquefied by broadsides. That would seem like a waste of firing for broadsides, but they're gone now. There's no disease. And yeah, they're out of range. And then this group of cultists has gone to ground, and he killed 2 of them. So they're not going to do much. And the demons may be hurting. We'll see. Tau may be doing some bad stuff. And did you score any points? They can jump.
Yeah, they have jetpacks.
They have jetpacks.
So let's do their assault move. So they can go 5 inches. I'm just going to run them like this a little bit.
Alrighty.
Just to make a wall between
the Soul Grinder
and the piranhas.
Okay. There. Did you score any points?
Yeah. Okay. So objectives. Oh, first of all, they have to make a pinning check.
They're already pinned. They went to ground.
Oh, they went to ground.
Yeah.
Oh man, that means that probably won't happen then, right?
Well, why do I take
enough to have to make a morale check?
You killed 2 guys.
Just 2?
That's not enough.
Okay.
And he killed 2 out of 9, so they are pinned.
They don't get that. At the beginning
All right.
of every turn.
So he got 1 point for destroying an enemy unit during the shooting phase. And we're on to Demons round 3. So on the first deep strike, the Great Unclean One is showing his backside to those broadsides and hanging out in terrain. And now we're on to the rest of movement. Scott's showing a sense of dismay. Great Unclean One lands there. Those Nurglings walk to there. This thing moves 6 inches. Those guys are pinned, and we're on to the Psychic phase. Psychic phase, he got Iron Arm off, and then he smote that one drone up there. And this guy didn't do anything. He just contributed Warp Dice. And now we're on to shooting, where Warp Storm comes into effect, and 8.
Crisis Bodyguard. Oh,
So-
it's 9. They're 9.
So we'll see what happened. Yeah, they passed, no matter what you rolled.
Yeah.
So in the shooting phase, Slash comes down and kills a gun drone, I think.
2 missile drones.
Or killed 2 missile drones. And then, did Slash kill anything else? No. I don't think so. And then shooting-wise, he throws a blind grenade, doesn't hurt anyone. These guys snap fire, don't hurt anything. They killed one guy here with a heavy stubber. And then this Soul Grinder just wipes out the commander, his warlord, and a whole bunch of other dudes with a big ball of phlegm.
That hurt bad.
And now we're on to see what happens with points. So I got warlords, that pulls me up to 3. And then I harness the warp, which uses psychic power, and I have a unit within 12 inches of your deployment zone. That's that Great Unclean One.
Yep.
So I'm going to get 2 points, which will pull the score 5-5.
Yeah.
And I'm going to discard this because that was secure objective 5, and I can't really make it. And so it is on to round 4.
So I draw 2 new ones.
And
see if there's anything I can do here.
You want to figure out what you're doing.
So they can move.
So those guys broke, but then he rallied them.
And they can move 3 inches.
I did a lot of tricky movements instead of Xenos trickery. Broadsides got down. Crew are running at the Great Unclean One in an attempt to give a wall of protection. The Ethereal is booking it away. This guy has no weapons. He can do nothing. He's just kind of hanging out. And these things are moving this way. Those guys rallied, so they moved 3 inches. And we're on to Psychics. Okay, done. Shooting. So in the shooting phase, he wipes out more cultists, but they don't run. And he's basically done a lot of running where all those crews are trying to surround the Great Unclean One up there in a brilliant plan to keep me away from the Ethereal. And then on the shooting phase, these things turbo boost or whatever over to here, implying that he probably needs that objective. Those things snap fire, so they weren't all that effective. And we'll probably see big points soon.
All right, so end of turn.
So his assault phase, he does his runs, and
So here's a weird thing.
okay,
I have 2 that say control objective marker 6 at the end of your
so
turn.
you get both. So you
get
get
both?
you get 6, and you're up to 7 points then.
That's why at first I lamented when I drew this. I was like, oh shit, I already have that one. And then I was like, oh wait, I can.
No, you can get it.
Just run over there with those and get it.
Correct. So you got 2 points. So you're ahead by 2,
Sweet.
and it's on to Demons round 4.
Yeah.
So in the movement phase, Great Unclean One drops 1 level. We're just going to leave him where he is for effectiveness.
His sword is too high that he can't.
He doesn't fit quite right. Soul Grinder walks forward. These guys who are in bad shape for cultists are coming over here. Nurglings come up there. I drew my 3 cards, and I'm going to try to move on to Psychics. Psychic phase, he's got Iron Arm. He tries to kill the Ethereal, but he doesn't make it. And we're on to shooting, where Warp Storm says
Everyone else in my army will die except the
4.
They will all.
All right, so here's what happens. In the shooting phase, he throws a blinding grenade because they have defensive grenades now and kills a broadside. Which is this, yeah, amazing. And then blinds the crew. They're covered in flies and Nurgle feces. This guy kills 1 fire warrior. Nothing happens here that's of value. And we're on to the assault phase. The crew are stubborn, so they're locked in combat. They're just being beaten down, but they're still alive. And then this combat, I can't hurt you, because I'm strength 3, so I just come in and start beating down on you, and that's where we are. All right, so I secured objective 1, and I failed to get here because I couldn't get my Nurglings close enough, and yeah. So now we're on to round 5. The game could end here. Currently, it is 6 to 7. Tau winning.
Oh my god.
And you gotta draw 2 more cards, right?
This is insane.
And actually, I might discard a card. No, I'm good. Those guys aren't going to move?
Oh, these guys. I forgot about these guys.
So these guys are coming out here. They got out of terrain. Those guys are walking. These guys are coming here. I think I know why. Gun drones are here to try to kill some cultists. And then those piranha there he's going to do something with. Depends, hopefully, on his cards. He's planning, we hope. We're hoping.
So these guys...
Movement is done. On to shooting. In the shooting, he kills the rest of my cultists, and that dude runs away.
Oh my god. Holy shit. No
He's
way.
running, he is running 10, 11 inches. That's the assault phase. These guys move to here. He clearly needs that objective, though he isn't telling me that. And did you score any points?
Yes, I had 6 again.
So secure objective 6? Which one's that?
That's this one.
Oh, okay, so you don't get it because I've got a troop choice.
Yeah, but I thought you weren't within 3
Oh, you're right.
So you're not actually contesting.
Yeah, sorry, okay. Yep.
And then I also have number 2, which is that one.
Wow, so you're 3 points. Okay. Man, he's beating the demons. All right, I've got to draw one more card. Okay. All right. So the Great Unclean One won that combat over there, and he's going to consolidate 6 inches. For rallies, Great Unclean One, he's an inch further back, but he's right there. This guy turns so we can hold this objective, kind of. I better look at what my objectives were. Yeah. And we're on to shooting. I mean, sorry, psychics, of which there are 6 dice for the Tau.
Oh, hey.
And 9 dice for chaos. Psychic phase, I killed 2 fire warriors, which isn't enough to make them break. And on to shooting, where Warp Storm says 8. Shooting phase, this guy needs to take a leadership test.
Oh, yeah. He's a 9.
He's a 9.
No, he fails.
He brightly runs.
3d6 for jetpacks. Oh, wow.
Oh, 15.
Well, so much for claiming that.
So on the assault phase, he charges that squad because he needs to.
So 8 missile bombs.
And they're going to overwatch with the broadsides, which hit once.
You get a 6 to get a wound. Whoops.
Oh, we thought about it. No.
3 inches?
Great Unclean One wins the combat, and the debate is he on the objective?
They're not.
They're just off. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to get secure objective 2.
Cool.
Secure objective 6.
That one, yeah, because you're...
Yeah, because I got troops and overwhelming firepower.
Nice.
So that will get me 3, which will take it to 9.
Yep, that ties it.
Damn it.
And if the game ends this turn...
Does the game end, Tau?
What do we roll to see if it ends?
Oh, Great Unclean One could consolidate too. I guess he'll go 6 inches, so he'll put himself still within range, but in your grill as best he can. It ends on a 1 and 2.
You want to roll it?
D6.
Yeah, go ahead. You can roll
That's a cock, right?
if you want it to be. Keeps going. All right, so at the end of Tau, they rallied. They didn't jetpack anywhere. That guy didn't rally. They shot the Great Unclean One. Nothing happened. These guys fly over here on the hopes of the game ends. They kill the sorcerer. On my turn, I drew 3 cards. On the psychic phase, I got 5 dice plus 2.
Ooh, wait.
Ooh, wait. Yeah. So Nurgle's rot kills some Kroot. And then on the rest of shooting, we didn't accomplish anything because we managed to scatter. And those guys hang out there. And we're on to see on the charge. The Great Unclean One charges, and you overwatch. Unclean One kills the broadsides because he has the greater weapon that gives you instant death. And he wounds on a 2 anyways. And so what does the game do? Secure objective 2 and 6.
I couldn't do a single wound to that.
He couldn't hurt it until the last round, but then he still couldn't hurt it. And we win. Barely winning.